Who are you?
I am Rod Erb, and I am one of the proud partners of Erb and Young. How about that?
Could you shorten that up a little bit?
Rod Erb, one of the 3 partners.
Oh, man.
Hey! Saw, dude.
How we doing?
Who am I? I'm Matt Eckberg, and I'm an agency owner now in St. Petersburg, Florida for Erb and Young Insurance.
Agency owner. How's that feel?
I think that's what they're calling it now. Feels good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Never been about the title, but makes me feel that ownership level.
I'm Alex. I'm a senior agent in the Melbourne office. I just moved from the service team and an agent partner to the senior agent role, and I'm loving my new position. What else would I say? Oh God.
Yeah, well, my name is Chris Delbridge. I work with Erb and Young in our personal lines department. I'm our team leader in Melbourne. Am I expanding on Journey right now too, or?
We'll get there.
Okay. So that's basically it.
And that's that.
My name's Amanda. I am a senior customer service representative, and I've been with Erb and Young for a little over 3 years now. I'm a mom of 4, and I love what I do. I don't know what else to say.
I'm Tori Scarborough. I work in Orlando, the Orlando branch. Technically, I would say the title is that I'm the Orlando personal lines leader. But I work with a team over there of 3 senior agents. We have 2 senior agent partners, and not many service team members there, but there I guess you could say I'm an insurance sales professional. And I've been doing that, thinking tenure-wise, it will be 7 years in March. So I've been working with the company for a while now. Probably my longest tenured job, to be honest.
Cool. Yeah, I'm Eric Atzma. I work at Erb and Young on the commercial team leader, and from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and came to Orlando in 2010 and been here ever since.
My name is Jessica LaPlante. I work at Erb and Young as a senior customer service representative team lead, and I've been with Erb and Young for just under 2 years now. Also a mom. I have 4 daughters, married to my husband, been together almost 10 years, and that's mainly.
That's awesome.
I'm Rob Gailey. I've worked for Erb and Young Insurance now close to 5 years. It'll be 5 years January 3rd or 4th. From Mount Dora, Florida, born and raised. Got 2 children, Silas and Ryan, so just keeping busy between work and kids. So,
I mean, I think if people think they have to do this job or come to work, we teach a philosophy. We all believe in a philosophy of how to act, how to carry ourselves, and how to make people feel comfortable. And I just think it's a lot deeper than we'll explain to them why this is so much higher or why, you know, the market is so different. I think it starts way before that, and I think that's where we're different. We want people to lead the type of extraordinary lives that we're after, right? We don't talk about work-life balance. We talk about work-life integration. We enjoy being around the people that we work with, right? It's not a chore to spend time together. I mean, time makes it tough sometimes, but from a desire standpoint, I mean, I may have 2 friends outside of my relationships at Erb and Young.
The time when you came in and who you were then to now, do you see like a difference in who you've become?
A better person professionally and personally. We are, you know, an insurance company that, or a personal development company that happens to sell insurance. That's rubbed off on me a lot. The whole personal development side of Erb and Young, I will admit, didn't grab me in the very beginning. I think I got more, as we have our, obviously, you know, we read books together, we have weekly calls about them. And I think I got more from the calls than the books originally, but then I kind of started seeing, you know, these trends of the people that I work with and them referencing things from the books that we're reading and using them in real life, practical environments. And then that's when it kind of grabbed me a little bit more. And I've read more books in the past 3 years than I potentially have my whole life. So I think from that side, I've gained a lot of traction because I've just surrounded myself with the right people. You know, they say, I heard Matt say on the podcast that they just uploaded, they say like, if you're the smartest person in the room, that you need to find another room type of deal. I feel like I'm never the smartest person in the room. So I've just surrounded myself with the right people that have influenced me to want more and be the person who I am.
I think when I first arrived to Erb and Young, I had this attitude of, you know, oh, my relationship will fix itself. Oh, you know, things will just happen the way that they're supposed to happen. I didn't necessarily feel like, was I a hard worker and did I know you had to put in work and things? Yes, but I just thought that things happen the way they should and they happen for a reason, and it didn't matter the things that you would do, it wouldn't change the outcome of where your life was supposed to go, if that makes sense. And now I don't feel that way. I know that you have to put work into relationships. I know that you have to work on yourself. I know that what you do today determines where you are tomorrow, and that's been a huge change in my life over the last 3 years.
I saw myself as a guy who was, I don't think I had the belief at the time that I do today. And it was a very quick transition in the grand scheme of things. It was a quick transition probably within the first year. I think is when I truly got it, but it took me a summit. It took me getting fed a lot of BS at the time, you know, in terms of the workload where you just have more on your plate than you can handle. It took a lot of introspective work in the first year, a lot of reading, a lot of diving into the process of personal development at the time, which I thought was kind of a mumbo jumbo, okay, yeah, we'll work on our inner self. And at the time, I think that's been the biggest, today I think that's the biggest transition that I've had, is realizing the importance of the work and actually doing the work and staying committed to the work. That's been the biggest thing I see in terms of myself, not just in terms of how you are in the office, how you are outside the office, how you are at home, how you are with your family, how you are with your friends, how you are with yourself, you know, when there's no one around. That's probably been the biggest change for myself that I saw from my mindset in 2015 to my mindset today in my life.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think obviously I've grown a ton in my personal journey. I think I had some traits that aligned with Erb and Young's personal development journey, but I hadn't tapped into them to a tenth of what I have now. And just tapping into reading books, tapping into podcasts, audios. Just I hadn't dove into that in the same way I have now. I did a little bit for golf specific things when I was doing that, but now I've just broadened that spectrum so much, and just that journey in 4 years has changed me, considerably, that I would have never done without Erb and Young. I'm just thinking back 4 years ago, if I would have gone a different path, where would I be today? It would be so much different, and I think at such a much lower level than I am now, because of what Erb and Young's taught me, what they've encouraged me to do, and how they've developed me, helped me develop myself. So
we've interviewed a few people, still have one more after the spontaneous interview.
This clown you're about to interview, man. No, he's a...
Let's talk about Tori.
How did you know I was talking about Tori?
I don't know. Hope he's not here.
No, he's not here. I can speak to Tori. I would love to. I mean, I could say the same things about Tori. I mean, I remember when Tori, I remember when he first came in. It was before our office reno. Man, it was, I loved Tori immediately because I knew that this was going to be a guy that could sell. And my identity in the company has been the sales guy. I'd like to think I have more than just that identity, but I do feel like I can read someone well enough to say, hey, you know, they've got the type of personality or the type of charisma that it takes to be successful. And Tori, man, you know, people love him. People love him.
What would you say is like the biggest, from being at a competitor, you were at 2 different agencies before, right? What's the biggest difference that you've seen out of those 2 agencies that you see in Erb and Young? Like, what was the difference between those 2?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the first thing that would stand out would be just the people and how much they care genuinely about what they do. And just like, I mean, work is work. Like anywhere you work, like work is work. Work can be hard, it can be stressful. And definitely in the last year or 2 with the pandemic and the home insurance crisis in Florida, like it's been probably the most stressful time in any agency ever. So I would say what's different is that the people genuinely just like want to be there. Like nobody's there because they just want to get a paycheck and go home, and like everybody genuinely wants to be there. So we have just a special connection is the best way that I can describe it.
You strike me as someone who likes to get shit done.
Yes.
I can hear it in the way you talk, the way you communicate. How has that environment contributed to that? Like the execution of work, what is that like in the office?
Yeah, I think with a sports background, it definitely, I've always had that attitude, just get it done. Whatever it takes to get the job done, just get it done at the end of the day. And I think with Erb and Young, it helped me get back on track. And it also helped me find some really good strengths and some really good weaknesses, because the way I operated back in the day was not perfect. The way I operate today is not perfect. But the way I operate today compared to in the past is totally different, because I've been able to surround myself with people who I've been able to pick things from. I've picked one thing from Brett or one thing from Matt, you know, even one thing from Amanda out in Melbourne. We don't even work in the same office, but I can see her work and talking to her and seeing how she explains things. Same thing with all the girls and even Dave and Chris over in Melbourne. I think that's really helped me fine-tune my process. I don't think it'll ever be perfect, but you can try and get it to as close to that as possible. The people I've surrounded myself with through Erb and Young had helped that exponentially.
What does it mean to you to be extraordinary?
To make an impact on somebody's life, whether it's your teammate next to you who you're involved in their life with, or whether it's a stranger over the phone. I think that being extraordinary is just making somebody feel good. It's making somebody drive to you, want to build a connection with you. I think that that's huge, especially in today's world, is just really providing an impact.
I think being extraordinary is just consistently wanting more and figuring out what that more is. And you figure, if you don't know your why, you will figure it out. I feel like it's made me be a better person because it forces me to consistently be uncomfortable and grow because of that.
The 3 pillars, quite honestly. You want to show up prepared to everything that you do. You want to make sure that you're ready, whether it's something as simple as the book call. Like you can read the chapter, but did you really read the chapter? Did you highlight and make sticky notes? Did you apply it to your life? The activity of it, just continuously, you're showing up every day to work. You want to make sure that you're actually doing something that's not just impacting your life in general, but that's going to make a difference. That's going to push you to the next tier in your compensation, things like that. You want to make sure that you're continuously working at 110%. And then the personal development, how can you be better to be better at 1 and 2? So I just think applying that to your personal life as well. If you're going to do something at home, you might as well do it 110%. No cutting corners, no this or that, no excuses, just do it and get it done, or just have fun while doing it and say yes to as many things as you can, as Brett would say.
Have passion. I think if you have passion, if you have ownership of whatever you're doing, whatever your role is, you know, you can be and will be extraordinary. You know, I think of it as climbing a mountain. You can see the top, but you know you got to work to get there, and it's going to take a little extra to do it, and not everyone's going to do it.
Not being selfish, finding ways to impact other people in a way that's going to help them, you know, doing things not because it's going to gain you something, but collectively, how is it going to help other people? Just going above and beyond. You know, it's like you hear people say like, be humble, be kind, you know, do nice things for others, but really just living that out and not making excuses for why you're not doing things, but just finding ways to do them in a way that is that would be helpful to other people as well as yourself, like both together. Just really finding a way to go above and beyond every day in whatever it is you're doing things with excellence.
It means to me that every day, every week, every month, every year, you're not checking the box. I think it's very easy to get up every day and just do what's required. Whether that be for yourself, whether that be professionally, personally, however you want to quantify it. I think it's so easy in today's world to come in and just do the bare minimum. What do I have to do just to get through the day and get to tomorrow? And I think extraordinary to me is doing more than you think you can and wanting to be more, do more every day.
I think influence has a lot to do with it. I just think inspiring as many people around you, family, friends, the cashier at Publix, inspiring them to want and be more.
I think it means going above and beyond. A lot of people are okay with being normal, whether it maybe be through being complacent or whatever it might be, but I think being extraordinary means that you're willing to go above and beyond. You're willing to be that example that people can potentially look at and learn something from, pull something from, even if it's just one thing or it's 10 things. Ultimately, by being extraordinary, you're helping someone else through your actions grow as another individual. Whether that's through what you say, what you do, how you think, whatever the case may be. But in my opinion, ultimately, I think that's how it is to be extraordinary.